Vice presidential hopeful Republican Senator Tim Scott was asked on Fox News, why did you just vote against the bill that would guarantee access to contraception? Tim Scott doesn't know. He doesn't have an answer. So let me tell you what went on. Associated Press reports Republicans block bill to protect contraception access as Democrats make election year push. Senate Republicans have blocked legislation designed to protect women's access to contraception, arguing the bill was just a political stunt as Democrats mount an election year effort to put Republican senators on the record on reproductive rights issues. The test vote won a 51-39 majority, but that was well short of the 60 votes required to move ahead on the legislation. So in comes Tim Scott, desperate to be Donald Trump's vice president. He's asked by Bret Baier, why did you vote against this? He has absolutely no idea. He has no clue why he voted against it.
Why does he do that vote today on contraception?
Well, listen, the polls are clear that they are losing this November election. The day of reckoning is November 5th of this year. They're doing anything they can to try to demonize the Republicans.
No answer. Absolutely no answer. Here is more context with Tim Scott on the same thing, and he gets more space to explain this vote. He has no idea what is going on.
This vote, Right to Contraception Act, failed in the Senate today. It had to get 60 to get past the procedural hurdle. 39 nays. You were one of the nays.
Yes.
So for folks who, why vote nay, and explain how that's not a bad issue for Republicans.
Yeah, this is just a shame that the...
Isn't this another one of these losing issues for you guys, like getting Roe v. Wade overturned? Isn't this a political disaster?
Democrats are willing to try to politicize whether or not women have access to contraceptions. The bottom line is that absolutely...
I like that when he calls them contraceptions.
...do, and that will continue. The question is why Democrats continue to take the most extreme position on abortion in the country. All the Senate Democrats have voted, not talked about, but voted for abortion up until the day of birth. The former Virginia governor, Democrat pediatrician, has suggested even infanticide.
This is one of the most disgusting lies that these Republicans have no shame in repeating, that Democrats and this Virginia story, it's about post-birth abortion, which isn't even a thing. It's not, the term is an impossible term. It's totally fabricated. It would be called murder, but they continue to repeat it with a straight face.
Not making this up, Bret. These are votes taken in our chamber. That tells me very clearly they're doing every single thing they can to hide from their own voting record. This is an issue that we should continue to push, because this is an issue where the American people say, wait, abortion up until the day of birth?
Remember that the question was, why did you vote against the bill to guarantee access to contraception? And he's talking about made up post-birth abortion.
That's wrong. Infanticide, allowing a child to be born and then letting it die, that's un-American. And so when you hear what Chuck Schumer suggests,
most Democrats are
wrong.
in that space. Why does he do that vote today on contraception?
Well, listen, the polls are clear that they are.
And then this is where we picked up the first clip earlier. These are losing issues for Republicans. These are truly losing issues. And typically, I would say, I don't care whether it's Democrats or Republicans putting forth these symbolic votes to get people on the record. It's often a waste of time, but not always. And when it is so abundantly clear that the Republican Party has lost the American people on these issues of reproductive rights and bodily autonomy and medical privacy, it's so obvious it actually makes sense to get them on the record. And the undoing of Republicans, I mean, listen, Trump's convictions aren't helping. The January 6th riots didn't help. The forthcoming criminal trials don't help. None of it is helping Republicans in the context of November's election. But if they really want to make this about, we celebrate the overturning of Roe v. Wade, we believe it's a beautiful thing, as Trump said to Hannity last night, that some states are completely banning abortion and trying to ban access to contraception. If Tim Scott is saying, oh yeah, of course I would vote against such a bill guaranteeing access to contraceptions, as he calls them plural, if this is what they're comfortable running on, by all means run on it, because it it's an absolute disaster, and it's a self-inflicted one. I don't see how they win if the November election becomes a referendum on reproductive rights and medical privacy. I just don't see it. If they can get away from that, then maybe they have a shot. But if this is what they're running on, it is going to be a major failure. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first 2 books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms, read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.